What is going on, everyone? It is your boy Grave here, and today we will be talking about Kamen Rider Revice episode 15. Now, actually, before I get on to that, I do have to talk about last week, since unfortunately there was no video. I apologize for that. There was stuff that happened that was out of my control. But I will give you a very brief summary of episode 14, a very brief, very abridged version. There were four main things that happened in episode 14. One, Kudo, the lawyer, fought against Iki, said some shit, it got under Iki's skin, but he pulled through and beat his ass. Then there was the fight between Amahiko, the masked man, and Sakura. She beat his ass. But one of the bigger twists of that episode was Yujiro was confronted by George, Daiji, and Karuka, where it is revealed that it's not Yujiro at all. It is actually just the chameleon Deadman just took his form before killing him, and he takes the Gifu stamp. And the other plot twist was that Aguilera was the last sacrifice all along. I swear to God, if they kill her off, I'm actually going to stop watching this show. You know me, I am the Aguilera simp. But anyway, now that we got 14 out of the way, let's continue on straight to 15. Episode 15 starts off right where 14 left off, when Aguilera finds out she's actually the last sacrifice. But Olteka's basically telling her, like, no, we're gonna transfer our energy, but you're gonna be the only one that's sacrificed. We're gonna stay. Now clearly this pisses off Giulio, and he attacks Olteka, but he is immediately dropped down by Kudo and Amahiko, while Yujiro just like knocking Aguilera out by like hitting her in the neck like some spy movie. We then cut to the family bathhouse where the Igarashi family is handing out Christmas gifts, celebrating Christmas. You know, some wholesome vibes after episode 14. But of course you got the dad Genta being injured because he's doing some dumb viral video. But Daiji comes in and says that he needs to talk to Iki and Sakura. And it's found out that Phoenix knows where the Deadman's base is, but they don't know how exactly to get in since it's like deep underground. So Sakura, with her 700 IQ brain, comes up with the idea, just ask Kagero, he's been there before. So they take Daiji out to a park for Iki to essentially assault him just to drag Kagero out. I don't know why, this is funny as hell. Like, you just spent like a whole couple of episodes trying to get him away from Kagero, now you're just trying to get him back. This is the opposite of productive. But anyway, Iki knocks Daiji out, basically giving Kagero the control, and they tell him to reveal where the Deadman's location is. Kagero agrees if he eats some of Sakura's spicy curry. I gotta look back on the episode where that was introduced, but I kind of want to try some spicy curry now. Fuck, that shit's honestly looking good. But after he had his fill, he gets knocked out cold, giving Daiji control again, and he's like having his mouth burning because he ate so much spicy curry. They head out to go to the hideout, but not before they reassure Yukimi that Sakura will be safe with Iki and Daiji being the siblings they are. Back at the Deadman's hideout, Aguilera wakes up with Yujiro casually touching her while Giulio struggles to break free to help Aguilera. Now, I kind of like a Giulio here right now. He's just like me. No, don't touch the queen. But Aguilera tells him to stop and that she doesn't mind being a sacrifice, causing him to like slump down a little bit defeated. And all the gift techs circle around her and start the ritual to use her as a sacrifice for Gifu. Phoenix enters a club where Kagero told Iki and Sakura where to enter the Deadman's hideout, with Daiji and Karuta entering by saying the Gracias Deadman phrase and being sucked into a portal. With Phoenix entering the Deadman's base, they arrest everyone there, with Iki and his siblings going up to basically stop the ritual. Iki and his siblings come up and they transform to fight the 5 gift techs. Iki's fighting Kudo while Vice is fighting Oteka. Julio tries to help out Aguilera like the fucking king he is, but Oteka stops him and like attacks him, knocks him out cold. While Sakura's fighting Amahiko, while Love Cup comes in and scares the living shit out of Aguilera. Why are you scared? It's just a baby. But anyway, Yujiro ends up copying Vice and mimicking him to confuse Iki, and Vice basically convinces Iki saying his family looks real tasty, which honestly worked. I honestly didn't think that would. Vice then attacks Yujiro using the anti-piracy slash, which is hilarious because, oh my god, the way we have to watch this show is really ironic. Like, holy crap. But anyway, he attacks Yujiro and basically forces him out of his transformation, with an angry Karuka coming in, transforming to fight Yujiro. Iki then uses his Barad Rex and continues to fight Kudo. Now back at Sakura fighting Amahiko, George hands her the turtle stamp and uses it to transform Love Cub into a fucking cannon, dude. She has the piece and she used it to blow Amahiko off to the main stage. Now, this cannon, the turtle stamp, is actually based off Kamen Rider V3. Now, this is one I haven't seen. I heard good things about it. I have to watch this when I'm able. Yeah, she uses it and just blasts Amahiko off. Like, she got a gun, dude. But after she blasts him, George starts to examine the Gifu statue while Aguilera protests, and he's looking deep into it. Like, he sees some shit that's interesting. Back to the main stage, Daiji blasts Oteka out of the hideout, where Karuka is still fighting Yujiro, and Karuka is having trouble with the driver like he did in episode 12, where he was basically fatiguing himself. But he continues to fight on and uses his new Scorpion stamp to grow a tail to continue fighting Yujiro. Now, the Scorpion stamp is based on, I believe, Kamen Rider X. And again, this isn't one of those shows I haven't seen yet, so I need to catch up on most of the Showa era. Yeah, in the Deadmans hideout, the siblings continue to fight Kudo and Amahiko, and all three of them use a finisher. And after they defeat him, they both turn to dust and enter the Gifu statue. Now George, sensing there's some danger, just leaves Aguilera behind. Like, see ya. Like, I ain't dealing with this. You're on your own. And as they leave the hideout, it begins to shake, and Vice seems to be reacting to this with a massive headache. I don't know if this is because he's a demon and this is reacting to Gifu, but Vice is reacting to this in a very specific way. Sakura, noticing that Aguilera is still there, attempts to go and rescue her, but Iki stops her and goes in her place, having everyone else leave the hideout. Now, when Iki gets to Aguilera and attempts to free her, she kept saying no, but Vice is like, yeah, he's not gonna listen to you, so don't even bother. But yeah, that's a good point. He's not gonna listen to you just because you said no. Like, this whole season he's been saying he's the biggest busybody in Japan. But after he gets her out and they go to leave, the hideout begins to rise from the ground, with the hideout starting to destroy the city. Like, it looks like some like Independence Day type crap. And while this happens, the Gifu statue starts to look like it's becoming unstable, shooting out electricity, with Iki and Vice protecting Aguilera. And Vice holds off the blast while Iki takes care of the rampaging base. Now, Iki comes out of the base and summons multiple remixes using his Buried stamp scanning. And while he's doing this, Vice is basically forced to knock Aguilera out because she keeps trying to go towards the Gifu statue. And he's carrying her and Julio basically out of the building. I kind of forgot Julio was even there, holy crap. But anyway, Iki successfully destroys the base with a rider kick involving all the remixes. It actually looks pretty damn sick. And as both him and Vice land safely to Daiji and Sakura, and Vice lets Julio and Aguilera down, with the episode ending with Aguilera waking up and crying over Gifu being lost as Julio holds her back. Now this episode, I don't know why, I like these episodes where it gets straight to the point, where there's no like shifting between one thing or another like episode 14 was. I guess that's also one of the reasons why there wasn't a episode 14 review. But I like when episodes go from point A to point B, with like no bullshit in between. I do like how Julio is now being more protective of Aguilera. Like he's just like me. He wants to protect the queen, but really it shows that he actually cares for her beyond being a sacrifice for Gifu. We also see that Sakura actually has some pretty good brains. Like she had this 700 IQ idea, her fucking brain blast, to bring Kagero out to see if he knows anything about getting to the Deadman's base. And we also see that Sakura actually cares somewhat for Aguilera, like when she tries to go rescue her. Like it's moments like these I love the character development. But now on the flip side, now I'm starting to see Kagero as some kind of comedic relief more so than Karuta. Now Karuta was becoming more of a hero this episode. Like he was on a mission out for revenge. Like I gotta respect him for that. Like, oh my god. But anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Please tell me what you think. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Any likes, comments, subscriptions, shares, all of them is greatly appreciated. And while I have you guys here, I do like to announce that I figured out how to edit Battle Ride Wars text. So I am planning on doing a full fan translation of the game. It might take a while, especially if it's by myself, but join the Discord. Discord link is down in the description below. Join me on the Twitch streams. I might actually stream myself attempting to translate this game. It should be a fun time. Anyway, guys, as always, take care, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.